lesson we are going to learn multiplication and division of decimal numbers, and it's a continuation of our topic on decimal numbers. So how do we multiply and divide decimal numbers? There are two approaches to that. On one of the approach, which I call method 1 here, to multiply a decimal number, we multiply each of the decimals by an appropriate power of 10 to make them whole numbers. When we say powers of 10, we mean any number like 10 itself, because 10 is 10 to the power of 1, then 10 to the power of 2 is 100, 10 to the power of 3 is 1000, 10 to the power of 4 is 10,000, and so on and so forth. So all of these numbers that are 10, 100, 1000, as many zero as possible, are called powers of 10. So to multiply decimal number like this, multiply by this, one of the approaches is to first of all convert each of the number to whole number by multiplying them by a power of 10. Now our power of 10 depends on the number of decimal places. So like each of these number that is one decimal place, we can turn them to whole number by multiply by 10 itself. So if it is two decimal places, so let's assume we have 2.31. To turn this to decimal to whole number, I'll multiply by 100. 100 because I have two decimal places. If I have three decimal places, I'll multiply by 1000. So our choice of power of 10 depends on the number of decimal places. One decimal place is multiplied by 10, that is the power of 10 that has 1 0. Two decimal places will multiply by 100, the power of 10 that has 2 0. Three decimal places will multiply by 1000, the power of 10 that has 3 0. If it's 4, then we multiply by this. If it is 5, and so it goes like that. So we first of all convert each of the decimal numbers, to whole number by multiplying them by appropriate power of 10. So when we multiply 2.3 by 10, we have 23. When we multiply 8.2 by 10, we have 82. Then we can then do the normal multiplication that we are used to on this number. And then, for example, 2 times 3 is 6. And 2 times 2 is 4. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 plus 2, is 18. Then we do addition to get the final result. Bring the 6 down here, that is 6. And 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 again. 1886. If my multiplication is correct. And this is whole number. Remember, the number we're trying to get is 2.3 multiplied by 8.2. And we converted each of these decimal number to whole number by multiplying by 10. So now that we have the final answer of multiplying the whole number, we need to divide this final answer by 100 to get the real answer of the product of 2.3 and 8.2. Why are we dividing by 100? Because we multiply each of the number by 10. 10 times 10 is 100. So our final answer here will be 1886 divided by 100. And it is very easy to divide by power of 10. You shift your decimal point according to the number of 0. What do I mean? As this number is right now, the decimal point is here at the final, after the last number. So we are dividing by 100. That means we are going to shift the decimal point in 2 places. Why 2 places? Because I have 2 zeros. So if I move this like this and like this, so my answer is 18.86. So the product of 2.3 and 8.2 is 18 0.86. If you are not sure, you can pick up your calculator and then do the product. So what we did here, first of all, converted each of the digits or each of the number, the decimal number, to whole number by multiplying by appropriate power of 10, and then multiply the whole number that we got from there. Then we return the whole number back to the decimal number by dividing it by the appropriate power of 10, which is 100 in that case, since 10 times 10 is 100. So that is one approach of multiplying whole decimal numbers rather. Another approach is to multiply the decimal number right away and then shift your decimal point accordingly. What do I mean? You see here we perform column multiplication on the decimal number straight away and count the number of decimal places in each of the number. In the first number, 2.3, we have one decimal place. In the second number, we also have one decimal place, that is 8.2. When we perform column multiplication on this, look at it, I have 2.3 first. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Multiplication is commutative. So 8.2 multiplied by 2.3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 8 is 24, then 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 8 is 16. Then we add this product together. Mind my handwriting, we bring 6 down, 6 plus 0 is 6. Then 4 plus 4 is 8. 2 plus 6 is 8. Then 1 plus 0 is 1. I will count the number of decimal places in both the upper number and the lower number. Now, how many decimal places do I have here? 1 and 2. 1 for the first number, 1 for the other number. So altogether we have 2 decimal places. And here is our decimal point right now. So we shift it 1 and 2 because we have 2 decimal places right there. And so our answer is 18.86. So that you can see we got the same thing with this. So whichever method or whichever approach you apply, we are going to arrive at the same thing. Excuse me. So that is how to multiply decimal number. To divide decimal numbers, on the other hand, the easiest approach is to convert the divisor to a whole number. What do I mean by a divisor? If I am dividing something A by B, A is called the dividend, and B is called the divisor. So the number under is called the divisor. So whenever you are dividing by a decimal number, it is much easier to convert the decimal number to a whole number. And you do that by multiplying by power of 10. Again, your power of 10 depends on the number of decimal places. If it is one decimal place, you multiply by 10 itself. If it is two decimal places, you multiply by 100. Three decimal places, you multiply by 1000, and so it goes like this and like that. All of these are called powers of 10. 10 to the power of 1 is 10, 10 to the power of 2 is 100, 10 to the power of 3 is 1000, and so it goes like that. So if I am dividing a number by a decimal number, for example, 2 divided by 0.5, the easiest way to get this is to multiply the 0.5 by 10, so I can get rid of the decimal number. And whatever we do to the denominator, we must do it to the numerator too. So since I multiply these by 10 to get a whole number, I'm going to multiply this also by 10. So that I have 20 over 5. And 20 over 5 is 4. You have your calculating device with you. Check it. 2 divided by 0.5 is 4. That is how to divide by a decimal number. I have an example here. It says 34.6 divided by 4. Look at it. We multiply 34.6 by 10 to give us 346. While we multiplying by 10, we want to get rid of this decimal number on the divisor. And whatever we do to the divisor, we must do it to the dividend to make the mathematics balance. So by the time we multiply both of them by power of 10, which is 10 in this case, we arrive at 346 divided by 4. And 346 divided by 4 to give you a value that is the answer to this division. With that knowledge, we are going to solve some past questions. This is an IGCSE. So you are given that 156 multiplied by 249 is equal to 38844. Use this information to work out the following. 15.6 multiplied by 2.49. How can we do that? Let's assume we are not permitted to use a calculator in this. How can we do this? In short, looking at the way the question is structured, this question is a question that one is not allowed to use a calculator, because I have 156 multiplied by 249 equal to 38844. And now they asked me to find the value of 15.6 times 2.49. What I will do is to write this answer in front of it first. 38844. If you look at this number, the difference is the decimal point there. Look at this number, the difference is also the decimal point. Remember that whenever we multiply two decimal numbers, like what we did here for this example, like when we multiply this by this, in our final answer, we counted the number of decimal places in the two numbers. Look at it, 1 and 2. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Since this number is multiplying by this, so this is my final answer. So what is the number of decimal places? 1, 2, and 3. So I will count here 1, 2, and 3. So the answer will be 38.844. So this multiplied by this is 38.844. That is how to do this kind of operation without a calculator. Then the next one says 0.156 multiplied by 24.9. Again, we write this answer, which is 38844. Then we count the number of decimal places that we have in the product. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we go to the answer and count also 1, 2, 3, and 4. So our answer 1, 2, 3, 4 is 3.8844. Again, if you have your calculator with you, you can confirm the answer will be exactly 3.8844. Then finally, we have a division here, which is 388.44 divided by 2.49. Remember, in the case of division, to divide by a decimal number, we use to multiply the decimal number by a power of 10 in order to get rid of the decimal number. So if I'm dividing 388.44 by 2.49 by 2.49, I will need to multiply this by how many decimal places do I have here? 2 decimal places. So to get rid of the decimal point, I need to multiply by 100. And whatever I do to the divisor, I will need to do to the dividend too. So this will be multiplied by 100. By the time I multiply both numerator and denominator by 100, it becomes 38844 over 249. Of course, if 156 multiplied by 249 is 38844, then 38844 divided by 249 should be equal to 156. So without a calculator, we have solved this problem, 156. Remember, if A multiplied by B is equal to C, that means C divided by A will be equal to B, or C divided by B will be equal to A. That is the argument here. So 38844 divided by 249 is 156. And that is easy 3 marks there from that question. The question 2 says, if f is equal to ma, find f when m is equal to 4.8 and a equal to 1.75. And then the b part of that question says d equal to t over 2 minus d. Find d when t is equal to 6.5 and g equal to 1.428. Okay, f equal to ma, that is an important equation in physics. For those of you that offer physics, the resultant force equal to mass times acceleration. Okay, so if that is the case, now the value of m is 4.8 according to the question, and the value of a acceleration is 1.75. Recall that whenever we multiply decimal number, we either convert both of them to whole numbers by multiplying each of the number by power of 10, or you do your column multiplication right away, then count the number of decimal places. In this case, I'm going to do my column multiplication right away. And in doing that, since I have 3 digits here, it will be easier if I put it on top. So 1.75 multiplied by 4.8, that will be 8 times 5 is 40, right? 0 carry 4. 8 times 7 is that will be 56. 56 plus 4 is 60. Right? 0 carry 6. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 6 is 14. And 4 times 5 is 20. Right? 0 carry 2. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 plus 2 30. Right? 0 carry 3. 4 times 1, 4 plus 3 is 7. And we add up this product together. Bring 0 down. 0, 4, and 8. Now I'll need to count the number of decimal places that I have in the numbers. Here I have 1, 2, then 3. I will count accordingly. My decimal point is right here. Now I'll count 1, 2, and 3. So our answer is 8.4. Remember, 8 or 0 after the decimal point are not significant. So our answer is 8.4. And if we must write the unit of force is Newton, but since it's not stated here, so let's leave it as 8.4. Then B say if G is T over 2 minus G, find D when T equal to 6.5 and G equal to 1.428. So first of all, D equal to T divided by 2 minus G. And T is, what is it? The marker is blocking it, 6.5. That will be 6.5 divided by 2 minus 1.428. Okay, first of all, let's divide this number by 2. It's much easier to do that. And when dividing number like that, you divide it digit by digit. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Remember nothing. Then 0.5 divided by 2. 5 divided by 2 is 2. Remember 1. That 1, if I place a 0 behind it, that is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 6.5 divided by 2 is 3.25. Then 3.25 minus 1.428. Now, the goal of this is to be able to do calculation without a calculating device. So you may be given a question and then you are not required, or you are not allowed rather, use a calculating device. How can you perform that? These are the tricks we are learning now. So 3.25 minus 1.428. Now when subtracting decimal numbers, we arrange the number in a way that the whole number is on whole number, the decimal point is on decimal point, and the decimal numbers are on decimal numbers. What do I mean? I have 3.25 here, which is 3 is the whole number, 25 is the decimal number. And to subtract this number, I need to place whole number, which is the whole number here, 10.428. You see the way I arrange them? Up here, I don't have up to 3 decimal places, so I'm going to place a 0 behind to make it 3 decimal places so I can perform my subtraction. So with that, and I'll borrow to this, that is 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. This remains 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 10 point, no, not 0.8. And 2 minus 4 is not possible. I borrow to that, that is 12. 12 minus 4, that is 8. And then point, remember I borrow 1 from here to this place, so this remains 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So our answer here is 1.822. And that is easy 4 marks in that question there. Okay, now we'll move on to another example, example 3, a big past question rather. It says, below is a breakfast menu for a hotel. Continental buffet, 4.75 pounds. Cooked buffet, 9.85 pounds. Vegetarian buffet, 6.75 pounds. Tea for 1.2. And coffee for 1.59. The Smith family ordered 1 cooked buffet, 1 vegetarian buffet, 3 continentals, 3 teas, and 2 coffees. Calculate their total bill. Okay, now the cost of 1 cooked buffet is 9.85. So now they say this family ordered 1 cooked buffet. So cooked buffet, food buffet is 9.85 pounds. Then 1 vegetarian, let me call it vegetarian, is 6.75. Then 3 continentals. Continental is 4.75. So 3 continental. That is 3 times 4.75. So let's do the multiplication somewhere here before we do the addition. 4.75 multiplied by 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Write 5, carry 1. 3 times 7, 21, plus 1, 22. Write 2, carry 2. 3 times 4, 12. 12 plus 2, 14. So 14.25. Just 14.25. And lastly, the 3 continental, 3 teas. 3 teas. What is the cost of tea? Tea is 1.2. So 3 teas. That is 3 times 1.2. 1.2 times 3. That is 6 there. 3.6. 3.6. Then lastly, 3 teas and 2 coffee. The cost of coffee is 1.59. So 1.59 multiplied by 3, right? No? Multiplied by 2. 2 times 9 is 8. Right? 8. 2 times 9 is 18 rather, right? 8 carry 1. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11. 2 times 2, 2. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, 3. So 3.18. That is cost of 2 coffees. 2 coffee, which is 2 times 1.59, which is, what was the answer? 3.18. 3.18. And let's add up all of this number together to get the final answer to this question. We have 9.85 plus 6.75 plus 14.25 and 3.60 and 3.18. You can see the way I arrange my numbers and make sure that all the decimal are on top of each other. Like this number here that has 2 digits in the whole number part, you can see that it's only the first unit, that is the unit, the digit in the unit position that lies in line with all of this. So I cannot write, for example, I can write this as 6 plus 14.25. This will be very, very wrong. So when arranging decimal number to add them, you make sure the whole number is on whole number, the decimal on decimal. So let's perform this operation now. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 5 again 15. 15 plus 8 is 23. Write 3, carry 2. 2 plus is 10, plus is 17, 19, 20, 26. Right 6, carry 2. 2 plus this is 11, 11 plus is 17, 21, 24, 27, right? 7, carry 2. 2 plus this is 3. Now, again, you shift your decimal point is 1, 2. So 1, 2. So our answer to this question is 37 pounds, 37.63 pounds. And that brings us to the end of this class. I hope to see you in our next class.